Good morning, West Leyden. Welcome back to the latest edition of WLTV. I'm Christian Herrera.
And I'm Noy Navarre. Happy National Freedom of Information Day, everyone.
Speaking of freedom, students around the nation this week participated in walkouts, teach-ins, and special assemblies to honor the 17 victims of the Parkland, Florida school shooting.
This past Wednesday, Leyden students led nationwide protests by walking out for 17 minutes.
Here's WLTV's Eric Berto Perez with a few students who participated in the event earlier this week.
Over the past few weeks, there has been a great talk about the Parkland shooting. Now it's time for action. There was a nationwide walkout in schools around the U.S., including our very own, that participated on Wednesday, March 14th. I'm here with junior Carlos Anaya, who participated in the walkout. Carlos, as you may have known, there's adults in the building who think that kids only chose to walk out to skip class. How do you feel about this?
I feel like not everybody has no intentions. There's a lot of kids that feel like we can make an impact if we unite together to show everybody that this really matters to us and that we want everybody around us to be safe for ourselves, and we just want to help each other out and show that we care and that everything matters to us.
Thank you, Carlos. I'm here with senior Sarah Malinowski, who organized this walkout. Sarah, is there any other things that you guys are planning on doing other than the walkout, and what the importance is?
Yes, so after this, in the upcoming weeks, me and the other person who organized this are hoping to have a workshop where we're going to have resources for people to write to our senators, because we all have basically the same representatives, and we hope to keep having workshops like that so we can keep emailing them and writing to them and telling them that this is important to us.
Thank you, Sarah. WLTV, Eric Berto Perez.
Thanks, Eric. West Leyden is not the only school in the area that participated in this event.
Eric was also able to meet with an Oak Park River Forest student to find out a little more about how the students at OPRF participated in the national walkout.
Hi, I'm Eric Berto Perez, and I'm here with an Oak Park River Forest student, Casey, who's here to talk to us about this week's walkout. Well, Casey, I've heard you guys have had a walkout prior to this one. How was that organized?
Well, it was February 21st, a week after Parkland, and there was an email sent out the morning of that notified the teachers that students may be walking out. And there was no really official authority on it, so the two Instagram pages that were organizing the March 14th walkout, tomorrow's walkout, posted about it about an hour beforehand, and we ended up getting over half the school to walk out. The only downside was a lot of kids didn't really understand why they were walking out. They just followed other kids out, and it was a little unorganized about where we were marching.
So, about those kids that just walked out without having any knowledge, how do you feel about adults who think that students will only walk out just to walk out and miss class?
We're definitely discouraging that by just trying to get people informed, because we believe that if people are informed, they will want to walk out. We've actually been selling t-shirts as well. For the kids that are going to walk out and not come back to class, that's definitely been a concern, and we've talked about it with our principal and our teachers, and we're going to have marshals set up at the intersections.
And I believe the students will have to walk around or walk out with their IDs on a lanyard.
Yes, that was one of the rules set up by our principal, so that they can make sure that there's nobody there that shouldn't be there.
And finally, are you guys doing anything else in support of the walkout?
Yes, actually. I've organized a gun control forum, an open discussion, and invited candidates from Illinois for the 7th Congressional District, State Attorney, and State Attorney General, and other positions. We've invited Senator Tammy Duckworth, however, that's looking a little slim right now. We're just trying to get a discussion started, because the walkouts are really important, but so are solutions.
Thank you, Casey. We'd like to thank you for meeting us here, and it was a very informational discussion.
Absolutely.
Back to the studio.
Once again, thanks, Eric. It's good to see students across the country joining together for their voices to be heard. Now, on a lighter note, St. Patrick's Day is this Saturday.
Besides the famous dyeing of the Chicago River and the parade, St. Patrick's Day hits home for some of our students.
WLTV's Dylan Lother caught up with one of his family members to gain some insight on being Irish and celebrating the holiday.
Thank you, guys. I'm Dylan Lother, and I'm here with a relative of mine who immigrated from Ireland when she was just 17 years old. Her name is Una Mulcairns. So Una, having been born in Ireland, can you explain your experience on moving to America?
Yes, it was quite difficult for me. I came here in '63, and I came by plane. It was quite a long journey for me. I landed in Chicago, and my aunt and my cousin picked me up, which I'd never met before, either one. And I lived with her, but for a while, and then she found an apartment for me and my brother, and my cousin, Pat Connolly, helped me, and his wife, Loretta, who was a very, very nice person. This is their grandchild here, Dylan, and they were, I think, the nicest couple I met when I first came here. They helped me tremendously.
As St. Patrick's Day is a popular day in America, what are some misconceptions that most people have about this holiday?
People think, except the Irish, the people think here that it's a day just to celebrate and drink, which is not true with us real Irish. We go to church. We gather in groups of families and have dinner. Right now, we all go to this one place called the Irish Heritage Centre, where they have Irish traditional music and dancing and celebrate that ways. But a lot of people do come to that, and they do have some drink. They also have corned beef and cabbage, which we never had in Ireland.
What does St. Patrick's Day mean to you as an Irish American?
It means a day of celebration in a certain ways. We do so many different things, and I'm very proud of how they do it in this country to a certain extent. They go all out with their Dying of the River, and they're celebrating, and they try to bring the culture and keep it here that us Irish brought with us from the old country, from Ireland.
Do you have any stories that you could share with us about when you came over to America?
Yes, the first unusual thing I noticed, the day after I came, I went outside, and the first thing I seen was a squirrel, and I thought to myself, oh my goodness, that rat has an awful fuzzy tail. He must be an American rat. That was one of the first things I noticed.
All right. Thank you for your time, and happy St. Patrick's Day, Leyden.
Okay. Guramahagat agaslabra parikwit.
Back to the studio.
Thanks, Dylan. Next week is a highly anticipated and competitive Junior Olympics. Among all the fun events, this week is also a week of spirit.
WLTV's Mariela Perez met with the student council officer to get more information on what students need to be prepared.
Good morning, West Leyden. I am here with Megan, student council, and we're just going to ask, what are the spirit days for next week?
Okay, so Monday is Hawaiian Day, Tuesday is Flannel Day, Wednesday is Ethnicity or USA Day, so you can pick or choose. Thursday is Character/Meme Day, and Friday you wear your class shirts for Junior Olympics. Also, Spirit Days were announced on Twitter this week, so when you dress up next week, make sure you come to the lunch tables and sign up for a raffle ticket, and at the end of each day, prizes will be given out leading up to Junior Olympics, as well as on Wednesday, don't forget to sign the National Kick Butt Campaign banner that we'll have out on the table.
Thank you, Megan. Now back to the studio.
The seniors can't wait to take that W next week. Good luck to all the Eagles competing this weekend.
Have a safe and happy St. Patrick's Day weekend. And don't forget, West Leyden, go Eagles!